ask questions. Here we go. Yeah. So now I'm receiving questions both from TradingView and YouTube. So send me a stock, your crypto. Let's take a look at it. I want to clean up the space. I kind of like feel like I oversaturated myself with American market. So, and it's a good time. It's a Friday. Let's take a break from it and see how our crypto is doing. And crypto is first. Let's backtrade Bitcoin. Catch up with I think the 3rd of March was the last time I took a look at it. Where did we stop? 1st of March. So yeah, let's catch up on our Bitcoin first. And then we'll see a few more other cryptos. So that's where we left it. That's where we left it off. This is way too big. Let's switch it over. It's still, I mean, on monthly, it's at the historical levels. Still in a good long trend. We would expect something to start happening here. Oh, March 3rd. I'm sorry, not the 1st. Yeah, March 3rd. Let's go to March 3rd. It's beautiful weather, by the way. Here in California. Here in Los Angeles. Yeah, not much was happening. It came here counter trend. So when it came here, it wasn't this long. Wait. Yeah, we actually. Yeah, we did it up to here. Or to March 4th, up to March 4th, I believe. Hold on, I'm freaking out now. Okay, yeah, so that was the move. Yes. What happened here though? March 2nd. Why do I even have it marked? It was like this. I was breaking this level. Let me just recreate what happened here. Just breaking this level. Today might feel boring because back trading maybe is not the most exciting because the market does not move and we are predators in our nature. We get way more excited when something moves in our face. But here it was, yeah, it was a counter trend. By no way you can call it a balance because the price horizon is way different. Yeah. So it was counter trend, but you could play it till here, till 0.5. So yeah, guys, always back trade because you'll be surprised to 2nd March. Back trading is your actual training, because when you trade live, it's like a sparring, it's like a match, it's like a competition, it's like a live performance. And this is like a rehearsal, it's like a training. And you don't raise up to your occasion, you always sink down to the level of your training. So that's where you build a real trading muscle in back trading. So okay, yeah, we left it off here, March 4th. March 4th. Okay. Okay. And then it interacts with daily level on hourly in this counter trend resistance level at this counter trend resistance level. So we don't have much trust in this. However, according to our rules, we do transitory extremum. That's the first bar closing. Short and then up again. So you could have, yeah, we could have been looking for shorts here, March 404. Yeah, no, this is a massacre. This is a massacre. I call this thing. Like, gosh, I don't even know how to deal with this. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's not tradable. So only here. So it was like this. Boom, boom. But once it formed this level first. So yeah, we could have. Technically. But yeah. It's independent approach. And here it breaks down, just goes down. No, nothing here, and then it goes here. And we assume it's counter trend because we expect the wave to reverse. It's kind of like the whole thing looks bullish because of this volume. And on 5 minutes, not so much on 5 minutes. Yeah, not so much. Regardless, it's no level for this old bullish wave. So only counter trend. So the next time we would have been looking at the market was here, but it was just breaking. Let's see here. Technically, but yeah, it closes below. Test, retest. Yeah, forms transitory extreme. It's a counter trend. Never mind. So we were here. Yeah, a transitory extreme here, anyways. So yeah, right. It comes in here. That was the level on 5 minutes. Goes, breaks above. Nothing. Goes up. And then once it interacts with this level, we understand this level never even existed. So we understand it's a continuation of this long trend. And we can watch it here. We can look for a short entries the first time it bounces off the transitory extremum, the first time it interacts with transitory extremum. But it shows us nothing, just one bar correction that doesn't count. Yeah, just it's extremely bullish. The first time it gives us something is here, which I think is too late on test, resumption of the sales. Yeah, It's already broke above. So here we are looking into continuation of the trend already. So until this bar closes, we can actually look long. And yeah, technically, if let's say if you put this one for a level, like super technically, so this is 94.7, and this is yeah, no, yeah, I wouldn't be able to identify this. Then it closes first bar of correction here. So, well, it's kind of at resistance level of the day still, but it's a counter trend, and everything is just so strong on the market. Like Bitcoin looks extremely strong. Yeah, so it never comes to 0.5, and it never gives us a test level. No, nothing. It just goes non-stop. Technically, it was an upthrust, so we could have watched for an entry point here. Yeah, we could have watched for a little something here. And here, goes here, but yeah, unfortunately, this level is in our face. But no, it goes here. Never mind. This levels coincide, so yeah, I think that could have been our entry point. For day trading, we backtrade Bitcoin for day trading. Yeah, this comes in. And also we'll take a look at some cryptos and day trade, of course, on perpetual futures, because you cannot short. Well, you can use this. What's it called? What's the market for crypto, and you can use margins. But yeah, I mean, perpetual future was specifically designed for speculations. So I think it's the best if you want to speculate crypto. I think perpetual futures is what you're looking for. So it would have taken like 10 ticks. 645663. So 645662. 645662. Oops. 645663. Yeah. Gosh, you can't even see it on the chart anymore because of how volatile the market is now. 1 to 2. Yeah, that I think was our trade on 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't see why not. We don't need you on monthly. Wait, what? Oh, it's daily. Sorry, on daily. But we need you. Yeah. I think the trade is. Oh wait, yeah, right. Yeah, for the day trade it was fine. For swing it wouldn't be fine because the reaction bar is not closed yet. We're still in the resistance level of the daily, but we already broke above the transitory extremum. We're grinding higher, and in 5 minutes we have levels coinciding, and yeah. Oh wait, you don't even need a test. Yeah, it's kind of strong approach, but it's short. It always feels stronger than long movements, and yeah, you don't need a test here because it closes the well above the support level. Well, to be super, like, I don't do it normally, but I can sync to like 1 minute and see where the volume is, and I bet it's uh, in this tail. Yeah. Wait. Uh huh. Wait. Is it where it is? What's going on here? Uh, this freaks me out. Hmm. Are we in March? Yeah, 4th of March. Yes. Yeah, and we want to investigate. Yes. Sorry, guys, I just can't see. It's got to be precise. Oh, hey. Hi there. Oops, why am I all caps? We got someone from YouTube. Hey, Shubham. What's going on? Do you have a stock of crypto you want me to take a look at? Why is it? Hello, sir. This is formal. I'm no sir, but hey, man. Hey, what's going on? Man or woman? When I say man, I mean human. What's going on? What's 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 going on? Unfortunately, I don't receive any beeps when people write me. Gosh, I got so excited. I can't type. What's going on, Shabam? How do you timestamps? Yeah, you just came in. Um, I need to sacrifice more and more space from my trading view to make it more viewable. Yeah, tell me what's going on. Tell me if you have a stock you want me to take a look at, or a crypto. We're kind of doing Crypto Friday here. That's what's going on. Yeah, so I want to see this tail. 4th of March, 14, 2 p.m. 4th of March, 14. Yeah, you see? So by the time we were entering, we're not going to go below 5 minutes, below 1 minute, but you can see like this entire volume is down there. It's just is. So I think we are more or less safe to enter. Oh, oh, hey. Um, yeah, I remember you. I don't think that's a good place to talk right now, the stream, but you can write me an email. Let me write you an email. So hit me up, Misha Suvorov at gmail.com. Well, not mail, it's gonna take forever, but email. Yeah, sure, Shabam. Send me your portfolio, whatever you have, whatever you see your proposition, send it to my email, and I'll take a look at it. Okay, because uh, that would be like too much off topic for this stream. What is this hard about? I talked with Ray yesterday. Thus far, that was my biggest show I've done. I had my own trailer at the Americans. That was fun, dude. 2016, big time. And here I am trading, back trading Bitcoin. So yeah, this is our 5 minutes. Hold on. Oh, this is too much. This is getting too. Did it change on me? I think it did. Huh. Interesting. I'm hallucinating. But yeah, Casey, man. Thank you for checking me out on the Americans. It was fun. It was fun. Let me check my trade though. Uh, Gosh, my trading view changed. I swear to God, I rearranged the windows and it changed the font. It automatic. I'm either hallucinating or unbelievable. Oh, that what changed. I saw. Okay. I'm not hallucinating. That's good to know. I just changed the resolution for my trading view, and it was showing differently. Yeah, I hope you liked me on the American. It was fun. It was fun, man. But let me see. Let me see if I want to log this deal. So it's in continuation of the trend here. It's good for day trend. It has no potential for converting it to a swing or let alone investment trade, just because of the position is not good on daily. But let me see real quick. Uh, um, Hold on, let me grab my phone real quick. What you sent the email, Shabam? Yeah, thank you. I'll take a look at it at my earliest convenience, and I reply to you. Stocks. Let's see the stocks real quick. Let me just see um, if I'm hallucinating or not. Uh, uh, yeah. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. Did you have anything? Third 12. Third 12. Third 12. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Just don't tell me it was 1 to 2 when it wasn't. If it wasn't, I don't think, like, I don't know if it was or wasn't. It's just don't call it 1 to 2 if it's not. Um, let's call things their names. You know what, guys? I think that this one, I want to say I would have traded it just because, in the hindsight, it looks so beautiful. Um, yeah, I think I would have traded it. It's kind of like strong approach. Doesn't doesn't hurt to wait for a test, and there was a test here. It would have worked anyway. With test, without taste, it would have worked. Yeah, I think it's a good trade. Um, yeah, okay, so let's take a look what you've got. Uh, let's take a look at what you've got. Uh, stock or crypto, Shabam? Anything. If you want me to take a look at your stock, um, crypto, forex, currency, I don't care. I'm here to help you guys. So whatever you want me to take a look at, just send it to me, and I'll share with you my view of the market. Where I'm from, I'm in Los Angeles, United States. Originally, I'm from Russia. I'm Russian. Um, I was born, grew up in Russia. No, I was born in Soviet Union. Soviet Union. Why, Shaban? Where are you from? And oh, you're from India. Oh, that's cool. I used to live in India. Like for a year and a half cumulatively. I spent like 1 year in Goa and another 6 months in Himalaya. Uh, your title looks like Russia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Misha Suvorov. Misha is short for Mikhail. Where about in India? As I've said, like I lived in Goa for a year and then in Himalaya and Rishikesh for another 6 months. That was amazing. Himalaya was, it's such a alma mater. Okay, so your stock, Casey, IoT Samsara Incorporated, doesn't pay dividends, so I'm not gonna even like put it on my list. But here it is. It was like in a short move and then broke here, confirmed higher and higher. Let me see. Formed a little balance. Yeah, it's not a continuation of the trend because it's officially a little balance here. And we all know that the balance is either, oh wait, never mind. It was up, up, up. So the real extremum was here, actually. Yeah, it's a, there was some accumulation here or distribution. We'll know soon. Then it manipulated this level. Yeah, officially. It's very tempting to put it like this in a balance, but it is not. So, um, but it's also my gym break. So, yeah. Regardless, it's now manipulating the. Gosh, I don't like this thick bars. It's now manipulating. It's a new stock. It's manipulating 0.99. Yeah. So that's a manipulation bar. Officially, it's in a long trend, manipulating the resistance level. So it's a counter trend level. So, and yet, like, I wouldn't be looking for any kind of entries here. On daily, it looks strong, but I wouldn't. It's kind of, it's Friday. You also need to reason in Friday, last day of the week, last day of the month. Is not very indicative. And by the way, happy March 8th. Happy International Women Day for all of us out there who identify themselves as women. And have you enjoyed in Goa? Shabam, are you kidding me? That was the time of my life. Goa, what? Oof! I was DJing. I was living my life in Goa. No, I spent there like 2 winters. I would go escape like Russian cold winter in Goa. Oh, 6 months party. The Old Monk, the rum, Old Monk, and Pepsi. Like in Goa, you can buy like old school Pepsi with all the flavors and sugar and caffeine. Like the Pepsi alone gets you high, but if you mix it up with Old Monk, I remember it's like yesterday. You do it. 120 rupees for like 120 rupees is what, buck and a half or something for the perfect dark cane rum. Oof. Anyhow, you can't officially call it a balance, even though it's very tempting to call this thing a balance. 1 2 1 2. It's not a balance, so it doesn't matter. So both on monthly and daily, it interacts with the resistant level. In both cases, it's counter trend level. So according to my rules, I would have to wait for the reaction bar. However, this volume distribution is long. First, this guy comes in. Um, then these guys come in. I would be extremely careful in the markets in general. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Everything is like a little overheated to me. And then this volume, yeah. So like this stock looks bullish. You have no problems identifying. I'm not happy with your entries. Your trend definition, you see the strength, but you don't bother to, oops, what happened, to see the weakness. IoT Samsara Incorporated. Yeah. So the whole thing on daily looks bullish, bullish, bullish. So like this volume is indicative but not alarming in any case. There's bullish volume, of course. So like there's a bunch of bullish volume. It's been tested, but anyways, and it gapped over earning. The northern part of India, I lived in the Rishikesh for 6 months in Swargashram, and I went to Kedarnath. Of course, I wanted to go all like Kedarnath, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Gangotri, Yamamotri. I'm forgetting. I want to go see like Manali Leh, of course, but I mean, life took me otherwise. But yeah, Kedarnath, man, Kedarnath was the most mystical experience in my life, and it happened to me what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and by far, it's the most mystical and spiritual transformational journey I undertook in my life. Um, can only be compared to the Todd. I know India very well. Well, no, I don't know India very well. India is a great, huge country, and like it will take more than a lifetime to get familiarized barely with the half of it. But yeah, like Goa, like I mean, Goa state and Himalaya is a little bit something. Kedarnath, man, like, and I've been to Kedarnath 1 year, exactly 1 year. I was there in May 2012, I believe, and in May 2013, the mudslide like ruined the entire Kedarnath. Only the temple stayed, and I was living in a guest house right by the temple, right like left of the temple. It's amazing, and it was my first time at such a high altitude. Um, I didn't have like high altitude sickness, but like I like rare oxygen. That was amazing. But anyhow, Casey, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I like to talk. I do like to talk, and I adore. And you know what, Shabam, I hope I pronounce you right. Like India is mater, at least for all Caucasians. Like I went there, and even though I've never been there before, I was like at home immediately foreign country, foreign culture. The only word I've learned in a year and a half is shukriya, but it felt home right away. It's like reconnecting to your origin. And you know that like historians say that we all came from Himalaya. All Caucasians came from in the Aryan exodus through south of Russia, through Middle East, and then we went to Europe and spread out. And I could feel it. Okay, that's a valid 1 to 2 entry. 2.3, 203 is your risk to reward. Okay, Casey, let's talk. Once again, your sense of the market um, is, I mean, not great in this case because officially it didn't confirm the break. So for me, it's still manipulating the resistance level, and the resistance level is called a resistance for a reason. It should meet some resistance here. Because in my culture, it's not even like support and resistance, it's more like buy level and sell level. It's just like, so this is a place to sell on daily or monthly. However, it's counter trend, so you don't expect it. At 25th this month, we'll play with colors. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never been like I've never attended. I think in Haridwar they had like a big one, or I don't remember where the biggest was, but yeah, this like color festivals. Yeah, makes me want to go. I gotta go India someday again. It's just amazing. But yeah, according to my rules, I would have to wait till reaction bar till this month closes above and the reaction bar closes above, and then I can play into continuation of the trend. But it's definitely a bullish trend, interacting with its resistance on monthly. It's a bullish impulse short balance. It's not officially balanced, even though it looks or like expanding triangle in some other cultures. It was definitely accumulating, and now it's making a break. Um, Thank you, Casey. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, India is just such a it carries such a big like part in my heart. Uh, you learned Big Brother. Uh, hold on, the reactions they prevent Hi, yeah. No, you know what? It was just the beginning of my spiritual journey. I started doing practicing yoga there. I was doing Nidra yoga before, but I mean, in terms of my spiritual journey, like Northern India trip, the 6 month trip was my initiation. I got into right culture with right people, start practicing yoga. I've been meditating and doing guided like Nidra yoga before that, but Hatha, Ashtanga, you name I was all introduced there, and yeah, I came back initiated, and I was on my spiritual journey ever since. So I didn't get myself familiarized with mm, a lot of spiritual culture, and I didn't learn the language, the lexicon. Um, but yeah, daily. I don't like this entry. I like again your vision of the market, so you're more likely in the bullish trend than not. However, it's very hard to imagine it will make a bullish trap here, but in some cultures they call it bullish and bearish trap. That's because people don't wait for reaction bar. So I would have to wait for reaction bar. We'll jump onto hourly, and your setup kind of it's not big in terms of the ranges, so we can sink into hourly and see what's going on there. But I would definitely have to wait because this potential is over. So there was a potential ever since here to go contextual. I mean, there really weren't, but at least there was a wave here that was accumulating. And this potential is over once the price interacts with this resistance on its own time frame, let alone the price is interacting with the resistance level on superior time frame right now. Um, so yeah, hourly also looks good. It gapped over earnings, and this was gap with retest, and it was trying like the whole retest was in the stale, and it was trying to retest again here, but it didn't go into retest, which is a good indicator. Um, Alarming, of course, is the fact that it's in the uh, reacting contents. What's reacting contents? You mean acting content relating to India? I'm not sure what you've asked. uh, but I don't do like lifestyle or travel content or anything like that. It's like I don't talk about countries and stuff. I only do talk about trading, and I have different podcasts about actors' life, my auditions, and like how to hustle for an acting gig, um, my profile setups. I keep confidential, of course, my auditions that I'm sent through my agent and manager, because you do not disclose those, and I keep to myself my interactions with some other market professionals and my representation, of course. But other than that, I talk about acting in a different podcast. But yeah, this was a bullish gap with retest that didn't even like retest. So like on hourly, it looks um, extremely bullish. So it breaks above this hourly level like it never existed. Like it doesn't see that. It's like woo over earnings, which is like which is not yet an indicator of anything, but the first hour candle is just humongous. It's very strong. um it's extremely strong, and all retest it gives us is like this little tail, and that was like all the bulls were like taking profits here. So their take profits orders were initiated automatically and this and that, and yet it didn't stop the market from grinding higher. So this stock is extremely, it looks extremely strong. Once again, like I'm stacking up the probabilities, because within my trading system, I would have never even looked at it long here. Maybe like for a short, quick day trade of this level. Hmm. But yeah, like on daily and on monthly, both I need like reaction bar to do anything. You will react. Shabam. No, it's a different topic. I have a different channel where I put like some of my spiritual thoughts and gosh, like Ayurveda. I was modeling for Ayurveda course, so like I was receiving massages and all of that. I would videotape that. Back in the day, man, I didn't even have a smartphone. I had the Sony Handycam. Yeah, oh my gosh. And like a couple years ago, I finally deleted from my computer all the footage I had. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not planning on talking about India anytime soon. And I've been majorly disconnected ever since I moved to United States 10 years ago. I haven't been to India a single time. I should go again. But yeah, on minutes, all the same story. It just like you see it, even like all the tests it did was on the 5 minutes. Like even in first 5 minutes, it's just blimp, try to retest, but it was like bought out and it just went like crazy through the roof. Yeah, amazingly crazy strong. Once again, like I wouldn't allow it to jump on conclusion in terms of my, and this is transitory extremum officially. So this is a transitory extreme of hourly of um daily level, if it makes sense. So like it's a transitory extremum of hourly price, hourly wave breaking of the daily level, and then it makes a local extremum here, officially sinks down here, local extremum, which also coincides with the test level for the mm, long wave. So now officially it broke it. So like it kind of confirms I wouldn't move this hourly level here, because you know what? It's not that far. That's not how the short wave is born though. So like technically, like if to be super technical, you can say that the wave signed showed the signs of reversal in the place in the resistance level um, of daily where it's supposed to reverse, but now it went back more than half. It went back like 70%. That's not how the waves reverse. So super technically, super systematically, it's a change of direction. So it did the first confirmation of trend reversal, and it's supposed to. So like whenever it comes to the level of the superior time frame, we assume that the so with all the other things, even more likely than not, we expect wave to reverse here and go back into the range, and contextual direction will be up to the other side of this opposite side of this range. However, considering that it's like long everywhere, months is long, days long, same here. Even though it's a counter trend resistance level of this long wave, within our system, within like my culture of trading, assumption is that price will likely than not reverse and go at least to the, like in this case, to the point 0.5 of the range, because it's counter trend. That's going to be potential. But that's just an assumption. And also, like when you look at the market, it did this little accumulation here, and looks like it corrected here, and it looks like it just wants to go higher. That's how it looks. So um, I don't like this setup at all. However, worth mentioning that all the levels, daily level, that daily resistance and monthly resistance is counter trend, and and yeah, and like the volume distribution on daily is just bullish, and it's not even the biggest volume of the trend. You see, there is no like, doesn't look like exhaustion volume to me. I would have waited for reaction bar tomorrow. Um, I mean, if you expect market to, and that's the last bar of the hour, I wouldn't be concerned about that at all. So like, what you're expecting basically here, you're saying, Misha, look, what I expect market to do is in this resistant level of day and months, instead of reacting and showing any correction, I expect it just like to like go higher and just grind higher. I would say like I would just wait it to at least react. I want to. Casey, I'm just potty training you to to buy the salsa, buy the dip, but you don't. You just wanted the chips. It's. I mean, bro, like if you like it that, I like it. It's almost like. I just wanted to just to really like this retracements. There is nothing that prevents the stock from just like, I don't think it will gap because it's already gapped over earnings. I would still expect it to correct somehow, probably close above this daily level, and it will form a transitory extremum. And again, it's just the beginning of its interaction with the monthly. It just started, actually. Yeah, it just did. It just today it start interacting. The price of the day start interacting with the um, monthly resistance. Uh, yeah, man, Casey, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to um, enforce my vision of the market on you or anything. It's just like I've been trained like a Pavlov's dog to react to certain things in certain way, and it's just it hurts my eye, and like seeing that like a person has a good vision of the market and understand how market like have an ability. I don't ask you how, and I never ask you how. Like you like find these places on the market. It's up to you. You do it right. But yeah, I just really want you to start entering, giving. See, like here you need like if you enter here, you expect you need price to move 15%, like 13% from where it is right now. Not like if you measure from here, where it closed. Gosh, stop doing that to me. Yeah, you expect it to move like, stop it. Yeah. So you expect it to just go 15%, and you're not even taking all the gem of the movement. You are only want to take, you say, hey, Misha, I'm saying that price is going to go with no correction 15% from where it is. And I'm not going to take the 15. I'm going to take only 13 and a half of it. I was like, okay, but yeah, maybe it will never go here, but I'll wait it to go here. And then I'm only expecting it to go 9% of where it is right now. And I take not only this 9%, but I also take this I'll take the another 15%. So I'll wait it to correct 5%. Maybe it will never do, but some stocks will, and that will give me. So everyone like me, it's once again like if it wasn't at the resistance level of the day in monthly, but if it was like a good entry point, like all the people like myself, all the traders like myself, they would enter around here, even like here, and then they would exit by the time you're only started, you're only up 1 hour, and I'm already up 2 hours, and I'm done, I'm gone. But yeah, it's just everyone, like it's nice to have a community where you can compare your thoughts, but everyone should trade up to their own discretion and their rules. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let the samsara go. I gave you everything. Looks extremely the salsa, exactly. Buy the deep, buy the salsa. Like in my Russian culture, it's more like buy the honey, buy the sour cream. All the yummy stuff is always like down there. The Buddhists. You're looking at the boobs. I'm sorry, like in no sexist way, but yeah, I was like, yeah, Casey, you see them right. You see the boobies, but Buddhists are down there. They're cool. They're yum. Gosh, it's terrible. I don't want to get banned. And it's International Women Day, so yeah, no, guys, I don't mean it in any sexist way, in gender neutral way. So yeah, and hourly is extremely strong, except for this little fact that it broke down below, but I wouldn't be much concerned about it. Yeah, that's about what I have for you for Samsara. Yeah, yeah. Anything else? I'm kind of back trading here. I want to like I got a sore eye, and I feel like um, I've done some suboptimal decisions yesterday. So kind of like I need to clean up my eye. My eye is sore from the U.S. market. I need to take a look. I need to clean it up with crypto. So I'll back trade, and I'm back trading for my back trade logbook. You learn while back trading, and when you are trading, you just it's almost like a sparring. It's almost like a tournament, and during the sparring tournament, you don't race to the occasion. You sink down to your training. So that's why it's so important to have this training. Okay, so yeah, there was nothing here, and then we go into extenuation of the strand. So ever since this candle closed, we were trading it up to when this bullish. You see, it's kind of like here I'm also looking for setups, and here I'm taking the trade from the gosh, from the resistance level of the day of the superior time frame, but it already broke. So here's my transitory extremum. It already broke above it, and it went above it. So now I can trade in continuation of the trend at least on 5 minutes. Whereas here you want to trade in continuation of the trend before it even reacted. So assume this is like this is analog of can be compared to the daily level on my Bitcoin situation, and this is consider like 5 minutes for the day trade, and you say like it didn't even like react to this breakthrough in eology trading. So when it reacts, closes, and goes further, yeah, then you can disregard. It will form the transitory extremum here, and once it breaks above transitory extremum, yeah, you're safe to say, yeah, I can trade in continuation of the trend. But uh, like I mean, I hope you see how it's different. So yeah, here I can watch. I'm not a fan how like spread narrows. I like that the biggest volume is in the jump over creek bar. However, it was split. It was like at the same time jump over creek and also manipulation of the support level. So like you can see on 5 minutes how this volume split here and here. But yeah, again, it's all bullish. It looks bullish, and we can play starting from here and up to here. I can play in continuation of the trend. And in order to play in continuation of the trend, I need balance or 0.5 retracement, or ideally both. And here, what was going on here? Was it a balance? Well, it wasn't a balance. It was grinding higher slowly but surely. And then again, one bar rule, one bar rule. And what was the, and that was the biggest bar, right? Yeah, and it goes down. No, it didn't give us nothing. And then it goes here. Probably it all sounds gibberish what I'm talking about. And then it breaks down here. Yeah, nothing here to work of. And then it goes higher. Kind of like stops here a little bit. Just a little bit to take a break. Wait, wait, wait. This could have been, yeah. Yeah, you see, this is not the biggest level, so it's not the, but it's a significant bar level because two volumes are smaller before and one bar. Volumes of two bars before it and one bar after it are smaller. That could have been an entry point. Let's see what it has for us. Damn, it didn't have a 5-minute level. Oh la la. You see how market teases you like all the time? That was a balance here, by the way. Well, it wasn't a balance. Yeah, no, never mind. Because like price is like two different levels. But yeah, if not for this, and here was no level here, unfortunately. Mm, yeah, and this level was here. Yeah, yeah, it's the transitory extremum, and then it goes higher. Yeah, corrects to 0.5, but there's nothing. Yeah, no, I won't be able to identify nothing here. And then it turns to this. Yeah, Casey, I see a new setup. Let's take a look at it. Let's put it on pause. So ever since here, we could have watched to 0.5 actually. Yeah, and it goes in the... Okay, Otis. Yeah, we'll take a look at it right now. Um, is it another way to see it, to look at it? Oh, okay. Is it another way to... Okay. Otis. Is it the elevator company? Otis. I think it is. Is it the elevators? And a dividend paying stock. Okay. You just don't want me to take a break of the guys, the yes market. uh, Escalator. Did I say elevator? Escalator. Yeah, lift. What we call lift. Yeah, 99% of the shares in the free float. It's good. This is better. It still didn't close the reaction bar, but right off the bench, I can tell you it's better. It looks more of a break. Let's not jump our guns though. Um, Oof, this was hot. And that was the biggest bar of the. Ooh, this was hot. Didn't go the first time though. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, didn't go the first time. Retested. And you, unfortunately, you don't expand the bar levels. Yeah. The more you look at the market, the more you like see it. Officially, it closed above. I don't like this break because it's not the biggest volume on monthly long wave. The biggest volume is here. That's weird. It can be. I mean, it was. I mean, whatever it was doing here, it's not critical. But I would. Oh, you and you're right. Like for no, actually, it's even better. No, never mind me. It's even better because the volume is down here. It's in support of the movement. Yeah, everything looks good on monthly except for the fact it didn't close the reaction bar. We just started the months, but it's so officially the long trend was here. Here it didn't form a balance. It kind of slowed down, accumulated, and like moved up. Then it corrected, didn't reach point 0.5, and now it's like boom, boom. Yeah, I would need to wait for the close of this candle reaction, but looks strong. Same deal. Did I? Looks strong on daily. It closed the reaction bar far above the didn't even correct basically. So here was the you can put it here. So that was our transitory extremum where the wave's supposed to turn around, but it didn't even stop, didn't even slow down, just like broke it above. And the bigger volume comes here, which I like. However, like the last day of the week, the last day of the month, the last hour of the day can be very disorienting, misleading. Um, so from this perspective, it's not great that um, the biggest volume is in the last bar, not in the reaction bar, not in jump over creek. Can sometimes indicate stop of the impulse, not necessarily like turn of the wave, but maybe like correction or something. Once again, bunch of volume on our face, not even close to like biggest volume of the um, this long wave. So looks good. A little alarming. I don't like this volume here, but nothing dramatic. And once again, last day of the week. There is so many technical things that happened last hour and last day, just because some proprietary traders have to close their positions because they can't carry on like over a week, so they're forced to close their positions. And some institutional investors, like big funds, they're doing like technical stuff that's not really indicative of what they think of the market and what they intend to do on Monday. So no biggie, just noticing. Let's see, it's your daily chart, long setup. Long setup. Gosh. Uh, Long setup. 98.39. I suspect that you have some market scanner. Oh, okay. And you put in the certain criteria and it sorts you out the market, the stocks that qualify for your criteria. So it's not a daily chart. You can't call it daily. Uh, it's 1 to 2. That's good. So I mean, daily doesn't really help you. And the problem of placing trades of the monthly chart is that there is no superior time frame, so you're flat on the market. Like when you get like inferior superior time frame, you get this like depth, kind of like three-dimensional, like I can't call it depth of the market because depth of the market is something else, but it gives you this like three-dimensional view of the market. But it's just like a trade of the daily. um I don't know how like your stop loss is calculated. I'd assume the take profit is just like two risks. So yeah, I don't like the setup, but it's continuation of the long trend on daily, except for this like volume, and it's a reaction bar on monthly. And yeah, the fact that it's a long trend makes me think that most likely than not it will just go. however however it's in the at the resistance level on monthly, no matter it's a counter trend level. So at resistance level, even if it's counter trend, we would expect some kind of correction, some bounce, at least some try, you know. So I would rather look at it like where it can correct rather than just expecting it wildly. Markets are strong, but and once again, like once trend doesn't show any signs of reversal, let's see the SPY. We continue to look at it. So like trend most likely going to continue then reverse unless it shows you otherwise. Um, but yeah, like when everything is so strong and so bullish, like I'd be extremely careful. And like if I played long, it would be something short. It no like because if I get this, it's like to wrap up on the SPY. Yeah, it's in a good continuation of the trend. On daily, it's kind of like in a balance now. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's officially balanced. So contextual direction is now here, but it doesn't matter because of how big is your setup on Otis. It's just like playing. If you said I want to play something short from point 0.5, if it was the biggest level and it formed a test here, I would say okay, but and your stop losses are real, right? Not virtual. So if you lose this money, you lose this money. So it's like 3% of your account per se. So no, I would never play it here like this. But yeah, that's how I see it. Um, yeah, I would wait at it to like do its thing. If it breaks the level, goes higher, and then comes corrects to point 0.5 to the this like level volume, and then I pick it up and play with my virtual stop. And even if it like grinds lower, I just sit and wait. But yeah, yeah, it didn't officially break yet on monthly. On daily, yeah, it did. That's what I have for you about Otis. Let me see if I could catch anything on this counter trend movement. Um, Strong approach. I like it. Like see how here it's more of like reversal of a trend. Um, it's more of like reversal of a trend. However, it's counter trend and its potential is only if it reverses goes to point 0.5, like by the book. That's how crypto is so cool. It's so obedient and it's so smooth in its movements. Breaks up here, yeah. No, it doesn't give us any entry point. Um, and then continues to grind higher with the level altogether. Yeah. And like I wouldn't even like go here and like see for any trades until the reaction bar closes me in upthrust. That's why we need the reaction bar. That's how like so many traders get trapped. That's why it's called bullish trap or bullish or bearish trap. When people try just to play off the manipulation bar, not waiting for reaction. This is up thrusts, but there is no like place to go. Volumes are all good. And then it breaks, it just breaks down. Where are we on daily? Yeah. You see, perfect example. You see how strong is the break here? Whoa. Bitcoin is just going to the like skies, no limits. Everything extremely bullish, everything extremely bullish. Boom, this volume, the whole volume is look. This looks like exhaustion volume of the trend. This is the biggest volume. So here I would start thinking like, what's going on here? Why this volume is so big? There's a bunch of like big volume on the trend, like down here, and like there is volume, but like boom, all of a sudden it gives me like in the middle of nowhere, it gives me like a big volume. And even though it looks like it's a long day bar, like significant bar, the bearish tail is not that big, correction is small, like decreasing levels, everything checks out, and then it breaks. There's this volume before this candle comes in, and this is more like how I see some of your trades. Some of them are like higher there and more safe, but some of them, whoa, it's a break. And we already saw some of them. Is it Otis? Not quite. What was the previous one? I think I even saw it today. Yeah, here you go. Boom, this bar close, like goes up like there's no tomorrow. Bearish tail is not big. Everything looks extremely bullish. Once again, like it's manipulating the resistance level, but like assume this was like in a free fly, like up there. And then these things happens and like one bar, that's why it's called a bullish trap. Like everyone and their grandma are buying here. They're like, whoa, they see that, they have a FOMO, and it's like within the nature, like humans nature, we're predators. So we react when we see something moving, like a cat sees a dead mouse, doesn't move, doesn't care, unless it's like smells yum, just doesn't move. Like cat sees a running mouse, it just jumps. It's a reaction, it's an instinct. So here there is a bunch of instinct right here called greed. Like markets are driven by greed and fear, you know that probably. There is a lot of greed here. Same dealio. Boom, this volume, like this bullish volume to support us, this bullish volume. I mean, the market is beautiful. And then next day, boom, this happens out of nowhere. Here, there is like monthly resistance. But here, there is nothing. Yeah, historical volume, but who cares? Like out of nowhere, the bigger volume comes in. Who is here? What kind of like seller? We don't know. Probably we never will. You know, the market is like there is no dark pools on Bitcoin per se. There's dark pools on stocks, but on Bitcoin, there's like half of Bitcoin is off the market, not in the free float. It also in the free float, but decentralized. So I don't know. Some I don't know Arab sheikh decided to sell his bitcoins at this price or anything. It hit like it kissed the 70. What I don't know what happened here, but something happened, and like exactly from this situation, it wouldn't be crucial for you just because of how big your setups are. No, it would be crucial for you. Boom! It just ruins everyone's. Like I can bet my rear part, which I find very valuable. uh, Not only stop losses here, like even the smartest one who hit their stop losses here were taken out of the market, but also margin calls. The entire savings, even wealth says of some people were gone in one single day. Bullish trap. Bullish trap. Market doesn't learn you anything, only like systematic studying and understanding of how law of demand works, how the law of cause and effect works, effort and result. Will give you some head start on the market, some deeper understanding of how price moves. And it's very counterintuitive from anything you've done before. It's always like a skydiving when you're in a free fall, and like whatever movement you try to do on earth on the ground level just work the opposite direction, and you need to rewire your brain. Or flying, playing instrumental, uh when some of like, if you try to fly it out of your third eye instinct, third ear I think it's called, you'll just flip upside down and hit the ground thinking that you're ascending. Same for the market, it's counterintuitive. But yeah, back to Bitcoin. There is nothing we could have played off. We could have definitely looked at entry here. There's no alarming volume. Again, you see, everything looks bullish. Like everything just looks perfect. And if you don't have like a very specific set of rules and understanding of the market and how you will interact with it, you cannot understand the market, but you can understand the tendencies and how like price moves. And um, based on it, you can make your decisions and follow through on your decisions. And that will give you the um, what's the English word I'm looking for? Not the priority, but that give you competitive advantage on the market, because market is just a competition. Like it's just, there is no wealth generated on the market whatsoever. It's just redistribution of the wealth. Money goes, as Warren Buffett I believe said, from less educated to more educated, from ill-informed to well-informed, and from less patient to more patient. Oh, what was the oh? Was it an inside eureka moment, or did I just dump too much uh, things on you at once? I don't want you to get frustrated because you just got to keep on doing your thing on the market no matter what. That was a beautiful place to lose some money. If to be like too, what's the word I'm looking for? Not systematic, but like just trying to play by the book. Too schematic. Yeah, I think that's the word I was looking for, because yeah, it kind of like accumulated a little bit here. Why is it? What happened here? Why do I have this 5 at 1? Yeah, 1. Okay, anyhow, so yeah, it was transitory extreme, then it went higher, then it actually, yeah, it didn't even like, that was like a perfect place to, oh, thank you, yeah, yeah. I don't know, like, I'm mouthful, and I know that, and like my entire life I was traumatizing people and suffering myself by just speaking my truth, actually. Just being unmoderated, like intellectually, like I had intellectual mental intelligence, but I didn't have much of emotional intelligence. Just that's how my family goes. And I would just traumatize people, and I would be like clueless of why they decided to get offended. So actually India, like the Shapham, if you're still here, brother, like India was my third eye opening experience when I start really getting some emotional and spiritual intelligence about being more delicate with people. And even if I see like what's my truth is for the moment, not necessarily speaking it in the moment, and just biting my tongue, not to hurt people. So yeah, I hope I just don't dump too much on you. You got to keep on doing what you're doing. Once again, like you learn and you gain the knowledge within the community of like-minded people, and then you trade on your own. You never listen to no one. um, and maybe if you'll have time today, I'll show you maybe how I killed some profit on Comcast for specifically the same reason. um, I compared my vision with more experienced people, and I decided I'm in the wrong. I wasn't so sure I'm on the right side of the market anymore, so maybe I took out zero 0.6 R instead of my full 2 R, and maybe market will still go my direction, which doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, you compare your vision with the fellow traders, the ones that you find like knowledgeable and experienced, but you trade on your own and you make your decisions in your own discretion. And by the way, of course, nothing that I say is financial advice. I need to give these disclaimers time for time. But yeah, boom, boom, boom. Transitory extremum. It kind of like it springs it here. So, but like with this kind of approach, for sure, we would want to see a test, and it was like just expecting that market after all this movement and considering where we are on daily. Yeah, exactly. Like considering that it will not even correct. So you see, like it exactly happened like here. So like if I was to assume that it will just it even did a little like accumulation here. You know, it accumulates, and like you would expect you want to always place yourself in the direction of the strengths against direction of the weakness, and at the place, the entry point. What I want you to do, I want you to like fix your entry point because you place yourself definitely in direction of the strengths. Many times you don't want to like check if you're placing your trades against the weakness because it's two different things, and it takes time to understand that direction of the strengths is not necessarily the is against direction of the weakness. It's like it's a longer concept to explain, but it's two different things: direction of the strengths and direction of the weakness. And you want to make sure that you are in placing your trade in direction of the strengths against direction of the weakness and in the right place. And the right place is where you expect wave to accelerate. So the wave is born, then it corrects, then it accelerates, then it corrects again, and then it slows down and dies. In the gosh, mm, my brain is dying. What is the wave theory? The one, two, three, four, five Elliott waves. So in Elliott waves, it's called one, two, three, four, five. So one is the beginning of the wave. It's where the smart money build the momentum. Then there is correction. Then there is acceleration, which is called in the Elliott wave theory a market participation, which also breaks down. It's fractal. It's also break down in one, two, three, four, five in the inferior time frame or even in the same time frame. And then there is another bigger correction, which is the distribution phase, and then there is the retail um, wave, so-called fifth wave. We call back home they call retailers hamsters, and they call this fifth wave the last. What's the good translation I'm looking for? The last hope of the hamster, and then market just like goes down. It reverses after the distribution. It does this last thing, and then it reverses. So you always want to enter in the market participant. You're not smart money yet, but you want to like wait for the correction, and you want to just before the acceleration will begin. That's why you call it buy the salsa. And like I cannot say that this is acceleration, so that's where the wave is going to accelerate. After this motion on monthly, it did accumulate here, and the longer is accumulation or distributed, we don't know whether it's like that's the problem. I don't know whether it's acceleration or distribution. It did its move, and now what is it doing? Accelerating or like accumulating or distributing? Or distributing, it doesn't matter. It does matter. I need to I need to look it up. Distributing per se, because I need the reaction bar. What if it's a bullish trap? So yeah, and here like just saying that I expect this wave to like accelerate here, I cannot say that. That's my problem with that. And that's exactly what happened here. Just expect that it will accelerate and fly to the moon. It can. Like there is no certainties on the market, or at least I haven't even heard a single time of anyone who can like really speak in terms of certainties on the market. Everyone speaks in terms of probabilities, and I don't see an overweight. It's not enough for me to see, like I need to see that more probable than not market will go in my direction, in my preferred direction. And here I cannot say that yes, it's bullish, it broke above the transitory extremum, it doesn't look like it wants to respect this daily. But I have a rule: I need a reaction bar, and like many times the reaction bar will go my direction, like here when the market is favorable here, but then the day will come when the reaction bar will come like this. And then I mean, if you have your real stops and you protect your capital, like maybe you lost like 3% of your capital, it's okay. But for some, it's going to be like margin call. For some, it's going to be like, I don't know, their parents' retirement money. or I don't know, their grandparents' retirement money. You know what I mean? So back to back trade. Yeah, there was a spring, but just expect that it will just go from here. Was there? Yeah, there was like volume, but yeah, like the whole setup is completely unhealthy in terms of how narrow the hourly ranges. So I would have waited for a test, even though it's trend setup and the reaction bar closed above the um, opening of the manipulation bar. I think I would have like it's very easy for me like to say in hindsight because I already know how it plays out. But yeah, realistically, for any aggressive trade for sure. So if it was a short trend, I would have I would have to wait for a test. That's the rule. But with a conservative trade, and that is a conservative trade. I don't need technically to wait for a test, but here I would have waited for a test just because of how odd it is. It's like it bounces in one single impulse. It goes in between like resistance and support level of the hour, not of the 5 minute, but of the hour of superior time frame. And this is kind of a strong approach. The volume distribution is good. The biggest volume is here. There is a good bullish tail, and it closes way above the support level. But yeah, considering the circumstance and where we are at, I would have waited for a test. And test like closes, you see, it goes for a test and closes, it breaks this level. So now I'm waiting it to go here. Mm, and now it's expanding level, and that's another. So like if the doesn't matter whether it's the level of the ice or creek of the balance, or it's like T2 level of the um you know impulse, it needs a test. And test comes here, so officially that would be the entry point, which is March 5th, 3:30. Still a reaction bar. Yeah, was still not a bad place to lose money to get your stop. Uh, Something like that. Yeah. And one level, one stop for sure. On crypto, of course, you cannot play with mental stops like I do on the virtual stops, like I do on stock market, because I mean, I'm not saying crypto is nothing. I'm not saying crypto is air, but I'm just saying that in no stage, crypto is never even near to the stage that I would trust it to the level that I would just invest in it. It's 35, 30. Hold on, let me just put, so it would be 35, 30. Yeah. Uh, Carvana. Is it Carvana? Oh my gosh. Carvana. I love Carvana. It's such a great example of startup that went like to the garbage from hero to zero, from zero to hero and back in such a quick time. Probably just probably just wrong timing, but their business model was weird. So I love them because they wanted to modernize the car sale market, and I think it's great. And I love Elon Musk for anything, if anything, for revolutionizing the car sales market, because it's such a bullshit. It's such an archaic market. It's terrible. Wait, hold on. Let me wrap up on this. But yeah, I think that's the legitimate stop loss. Now we did our best to avoid it. Uh, oh, hold on. Yeah, I think they're like, I mean, once again, like schematically, it's all right. So it would be alarming that the I don't know how they played it out in real life, and that's exactly why I don't play crypto. I play American stocks, where I and you see like so many times like if it was American stock and it was a good place down there, and I was so terribly wrong. I showed it recently. I had the perfect by the book example of how um, virtual stops work on one Russian stock where like you see like I was so wrong, I placed myself so wrong on the wrong side of the market, but I didn't like pull the emergency brake once it hit here my alarm. I just put my brake, like there is commission for me on the Russian market, so I had to like reason in commission and put like a little bit above and see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 day my money was frozen in a stock that pays dividends, and market let me out. It let me out into my money with absolutely, I saved 3% of my deposit, and I'm happy about it. If Bitcoin was a legitimate stock and was in the right place again, I would have placed my trades. I would have been wrong, terribly wrong, on such a wrong side of the market, because still it's kind of like you see how it narrows the range. So like everything shows that price needs to like accelerate from here, but I don't really expect it to accelerate at this point. But anyhow, I would have done this trade. I would have put my virtual stop. It was not a crypto, but a dividend paying, good, legitimate American stock. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sounds familiar? Even on the ninth day, it wouldn't let me out to break even. So okay, for 9 days, my money would have been stuck in the stock that would have paid me dividends if it happened for longer. But 95% of the time, market will let you out no matter how terribly wrong you are positioning yourself. It's just a miracle. It's just the miracle of the market. But yeah, I would have been terribly wrong here. I would have placed the trade, and then I would have just sat and cried. Like like Russian boys don't cry, but just like one little one, one little manly tear down my cheek. And yeah, and and then in a week and a half, I'm out. I'm out back into my money, and I've saved 3%. Do you do prop firm challenges? What's prop firm? Proprietary trading? Well, I don't know what's prop firm challenges. I'd assume it's what's prop firm? Let me Google. I think it's proprietary trading. Prop firm. Uh, what is prop firm? Prop firm is company that provides its trades with access to capital. Um, no, bro. Like to be honest with you, I have sufficient amount of my own capital at this point of my life, and I intend on keeping it so and multiplying my capital. If at any point of my career I grow to the point that I feel that I really miss the opportunity to scale my trading by using additional capital, um, I might consider, but not proprietary trading, because proprietary trading, they try to play safe. They will force you to close your position, like on not to carry over your positions over Friday, and they sometimes limit you with certain stocks, and also they sometimes force you to do certain amount of trades a week. Like that would be very strong consideration of mine. Why? I mean, like if you trade good, I mean, once again, if you don't have any capital, maybe it's a good start. But I have sufficient, like more so, like I consider growing into a hedge fund at some point. You know, starting my own hedge funds, but it still needs to grow like substantially in terms of my experience and logbook, personal statistics, my capital. So they do. Yeah, I know. If you know a good one, let me know. But it's like no, I think maybe where I am at in my trading, maybe like I don't know, 3 5 year horizon. But in this time, like the way my capital grows, I think I'll be good just to open my hedge fund and if I want to attract some additional money, and there is like a bunch of money on the market. It's pricey. There's a lot of regulation and a lot of legal work involved, and I'm kind of like saying very mature things now, maybe. But all in all, like if I want to work with others people money, I don't want them to limit me anyhow and put some unreasonable regulations on like how I should and should not turn trade. Or like let me rephrase myself. So I and you don't need to do like what do you say, play the chips play the chips. um Challenges, what is challenge? I don't know, because like they have their, they give you like challenge. I understand what you're saying, like because they give you like test account, like kind of student account, I believe, and then like they see what you do like in the some period of time, and then they kind of qualify you for money, and you pay for that too. You pay them some money. Oh no, 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 they give you access to real capital, I think, right away, right? So like you pay them some money, so say for like I don't know, uh, and the max I was fined is like I think was 3 million. So like you pay like roughly 10% of your, no, 1% of the capital they're ready to supply you with, and then you just risk your own money. They'll cap you on this loss, and they'll see how you trade. Um, and their rules are like formulated in a way that you won't be able to lose more than you already paid for getting this access to this capital. And after some time, is it like more like internship? I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying complete BS right now, but I understand how it works, like more or less schematically. But I never had a real interest in that, because uh, when I didn't know how to trade, it made no sense, because like doesn't matter which money I'm losing, mine or the firms. But once I've learned how to trade, um, I have a bunch of my, I have sufficient capital to. I don't need any additional leverage as of now, and when I will grow into needing it, um, I'll consider. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think I can just bring my logbook to any like firm on the street or anything, and they'll be happy to have me, even without my, like I have a major degree from back home, but it was never, I never transferred to United States of America, so officially, and they don't accept. So it's like my degree from back home does not qualify here, but I think even with that, they'll be happy to have me. Maybe I sound too ambitious. I'm sorry, but that's my personal view on my personal skills. So yeah, that's what's going on here with Carvana. It's trying to break out of this terrible situation, and it looks like it's, of course, it's not a correction no more. So it's officially still in a short trend, and now it's manipulated successfully. First time it was a test level of the biggest level of the downtrend. It's all like not valid at this point, just because of this volume came in, and someone bought out all this dip, all the salsa, all the honey, all the sour cream. Someone big um, and ambitious and probably smart. So if only Carvana, like the only problem with Carvana that it doesn't collapse entirely. But I still see there are towers around, and you see, someone is holding like 20%, like 17% of the stock, so 80% in the free flow, which is okay. Their capitalization is still 17 billion. I don't know what they're doing right now, but their previous business model was completely um, negative. Revenue, gross profit, income. Yeah, they're kind of trembling. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I never do fundamental, because it's like it doesn't reflect the market participants' behavior at all, and like habit patterns of the market, psychology of the market, participants, group dynamics. I only can take a look at it if I think that the company will go to zero. It doesn't look like it will, because someone with substantial funds bought out all this dip. It built a momentum. So yeah, it's very hard to even see it as the level, because like with this volume. It looks like it's going to break it, but officially it still didn't. And if I didn't join the market here, I feel like it's a little bit too late. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks like exactly. I don't do wave count, never. Like this is an Elliott wave count, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So smart money wave correction, market participants correction, retail. Looks like a retail wave to me. So even if it breaks down here, I would expect it to correct. So like if you forget what happened here before that, um, that's our horizon for this wave correction. I would want it to go here. And you see this volume? As always, like absolutely by coincidence, it's in the point 0.5 magic. So comes here, like does some kind of test, manipulates the test and goes higher. And that would compose because like all the waves are fractal. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count can be just the first wave of a bigger super trend and then corrects here and then goes into acceleration. Maybe, or maybe the stock will die. Never knows. But yeah, officially it's manipulated the expanding resistance level of this short wave above the point 0.5, which is good, closed above, which is good, but the biggest portion of the spread is below the resistance, expanding the resistance level, which is bad. Now we're in reaction bar of monthly, so I cannot call it a long trend officially yet. Like, yeah, this volume indicates that I can forget about this story. However, you know, you still should respect. I still like officially within my system, it's still a level and it still cannot break it. It kind of like looks like it wants to, like as I mentioned before, it didn't come and like hit it from here, but it came like almost to the level, accumulated, like kind of like collecting, like create this boring market, like sideways environment. So to shake out all the weak hands, to accumulate the liquidity in smart hands. And that's how it goes exactly. It's like kind of market participation, accumulation. We just don't know whether it's accumulation or distribution. That's the problem. So stocks needs to change hand before it goes again higher. So they need to go from weak hands to strong hands, from ill-informed to well-informed. So potentially it's a break. However, within my system, I'm not able to identify it yet on monthly. It's a reaction bar for manipulation um, of the resistance level, which is a trend level. It's still not counter trend. Never like regardless the volume. Volume is very indicative, but I cannot make these assumptions within my system. Uh, there is a way to look at it. I can just like after this volume comes in, I can say, you know what, like forget about these volumes. I'm gonna see it differently. I just like I'll just never mind all these previous levels because it's a different story now. With this volume, it's completely different story. So like this volume will not stop this volume. So I can start like seeing it like long, and then if I'm seeing it long, then it's like this. I'm gonna like change it back, but for now, just for the sake of this conversation. And yet, again, now it's way better because now it's interacting with resistance level, which is a trend level for the short for the long wave, and yet it's a resistance level. So I'd expect some kind of correction or something, some kind of reaction to this resistance. So one way or another, it's resistance level, and the reaction bar is not closed on monthly yet. Um, Great volume. Gap is retest over earning, which never even was retested really. So like super strong. Didn't break it, made an up thrust, but then went higher and higher. So you see, it's kind of like doesn't break above. I would have at least waited for the reaction bar here because it's like really hard to like. But yeah, the biggest volume. So if wave wanted to reverse, it should have reversed And once again, like it's not a big volume considering this volume, considering volume, this volume. Yeah, this volume is good. Like the volume distribution on daily is good. It just you can call me chicken, but I'm super careful in what I do. Um, I need to preserve my capital uh, because the rule number one, I think it comes from this Fidelity guy book. The CEO, is he still a CEO? But like the significant guy from Fidelity, who said like never lose money. Rule number one, never lose money, and rule number two, never ever lose money. So it looks good for a break. Nothing looks like an exhaustion. But again, same. It's like the same stock that you showed me. Mm, that was in reaction of the monthly and was in manipulation of the daily. So, and there is a splash of volume here, which is also like in bars, kind of weird. And that was gap with retest, which tried, that was a retest probably. Hold on, let me plug in my laptop. Um, so yeah, no, like these setups you're showing me today are way worse than what you've been showing me like these days before, which can be probably due to the condition of the market we are in right now. But I'll be like many of your trades like look like you're forming a portfolio, and if you were like a couple of years ago on the bottom of the market and you were like recklessly just like collecting, like kind of vacuuming all the stocks from the bottom, like all the salsa, all the deep, I would be still kind of like uh disagreeing with your entry points, but I would be at least okay. Like globally, we're on the bottom, so I mean technically you can like split your capital in even 100 parts and buy like 100 random stocks in the American market, and in like 10 years from now you'll be rich, or how rich people say wealthy, well off. But considering where we are in the market and like Bitcoin, everything signals us, I mean, it can last for the summer. I know you don't know where, like, when shit will hit the fan, but it's due correction at least. Yeah, I see you play. It just I would have waited at least for the reaction bar to close above. Hmm. Hey, where's my volume? Yeah, same deal here. This beautiful volume comes in. It's a gap with retest. All these bulls were fixing, and it's a Friday, and it did retest. It didn't close the entire gap, but it's beautifully went to the. Yeah, it looks sexy on. Gosh, I hope TradingView and YouTube will not shadow ban me for like my language. uh, um, yeah, it looked all good. And no, why would I hide myself? Yeah, it does look sexy. I'll call it like what it is to me. And you are to decide. I mean, the platforms, whether if you want to shadow ban me for just naming things their names, that's what it is. Yeah, and it went to point 0.5. I mean, it's just like this is beautiful. This is just hot. Um, um, minutes. Yeah, something like this. So yeah, it just breaks. Um, the hourly price breaks the hourly resistance level like it never existed, makes this beautiful bar, the opening gap is retest, and on retest it goes here, makes it 2 bar spring with a splash of volume. It touches point 0.5. Whoa, on hourly, this makes me cry of happiness. This is like tears of happiness for a trade like this. If we disregard at where we are at daily, and you see like how my 2 R's go into the like before The resistance on hourly even, oof, this is Hanukkah. This is just like it can just gap there tomorrow. It can just gap and and just hit my take profit right away. So on hourly, oof, this is beautiful. However, like on daily, it's totally wrong play. It's like I wouldn't even look at hourly at this point, um, because I need a reaction bar. This bar closed above the this bar closed above the resistance level. So I need a reaction bar to make my judgment on what's going on here. But yeah, like if disregard the daily and monthly position, like hourly is just wow. This is what you want to see. There is a wave, long impulse comes in. This volume comes in. Like let's see if it's not the biggest volume of the say the long wave on hourly. There is this volume, this volume. There's a bunch of volume bigger than this to um, support our vision. Yeah, it's just like never mind this volume. It's a good volume and continuation of the trend on hourly. So as I'm saying, like market provides you with like unlimited amount of opportunities. Even if you're like already studied some system and have some knowledge, it just like every day it just whispers into your ear to give its money. This is beautiful. This is just once again in the right place of daily and monthly. This just would make me cry. It is beautiful. This is amazing. That's like the market theory itself, and it's such a rare case. On I can show another one on HS. No, not HSBC. What was that? I don't remember the stock. Um, yeah, it looks amazing. But for what you're trying to do, no. Um, it's your life, your money, your choice. But you're my friend, and I have a moral obligation of warning you, of being straight with you. Stop loss, I don't know. What is this stop loss? Is like stop. Like whole idea of stop loss is protecting your money, and protection is the volume. So like when you hide it under the say, if I was like seeing something here and I'm saying, you know what, like if like this was like, and once again, I don't like this spread and this bearish tail, but if it was like significant bar or even this one, okay, this like is the volume, like okay, like small bearish tail, like there is all the buyers here who are ready to protect. There is like some say like smart money, if it was in the right side of the market, who did their decision, made their decision and entered the market, and they'll do everything to protect their position, because rule number one, don't lose money. Rule number two, never lose money. They would do everything. They would reasonably buy out any supply that will come just to protect their position. So when I put my stop underneath that, well, I'm below the smart money, the position, like the levels, the price level where smart money are protecting their position. So I'm safe here. If it breaks down below here, then I'm completely wrong against the market and I need to exit. But this stop loss, if it goes down here, its contextual direction will be to this range, to this level, to this support level. So it will just go there, like kiss you, like minus 3% of your like cheap 3% of your capital or whatever is your. What's your risk, by the way? Like how much percent of the capital is your risk? If you can tell me, we'll just take it 3%, like spring here and go up. That's all I see in this stop loss. And that's all I have about Carvana. Okay, yeah. Meantime, I could have lost some money here, but even more so, just like frozen them for some days. Let me remove it from the day, month, and hour, and then it reverses, it goes lower, and starting from here, we can start looking at short. And by our rules again, like once lost the money here, no more trade from this level. So you only lose money at one level once. And within my virtual stops, I would have been sitting in the position right now, waiting for it to break me even. Meantime, the stock does this. Oh, the Bitcoin. Gosh, I promised the crypto Friday. By Casey. Casey is machina. He's the machine. He just can't stop. It's Friday. Come on, Casey. Grab a cold one. Have a break. I'll be doing a lot of. Um, I'll be streaming till Monday for sure, but let the American market cool off. It was a stressful week. A lot of stuff happened. Um, I'm not crazy about my efficiency on the market this week. Yeah, this is just doesn't make sense. Like, uh, yeah, so there is nothing for me here whatsoever. It goes down, 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 and then then it goes here. So yeah, I didn't change the direction because you see how like the breaking of the T2 or support level in this case and reaction bar, that's the break under ice and that's reaction bar. So once it broke close, it was the first sign of changing of directionality. And once again, everyone and their grandma is like, ooh, everyone waits for Bitcoin to at least to correct, right? So everyone is trying to catch it short. I don't know, just doesn't go. Gives us the biggest volume. So officially that was our and it did respect it. Look at this, how beautiful the market is when you look at it straight. Yeah, it even tried to hold the so the significant bar, the biggest volume bar comes on the last bar, and it's also again, it's very indicative of reversal of the market, or at least some correction, healthy correction, because like you want the biggest volume to be like on the break under ice or here, but not here. And this tail, you need to attribute this volume not to the um, gosh, short wave, but it's a buyer's tail. Um, but regardless, there is break under ice, and then at the significant bar level, the sign of weakness level, like above zero point 0.5. It doesn't see zero point 0.5 because it just doesn't make any sense. And here it does the upthrust, and it has some motion, but not big. And then boom. So after it protected, like it's still not confirmed short trend, but that's the second we're collecting evidence. First, it breaks below and reacts, close the reaction bar below the support level. Then it respects the this level, but after it breaks it here, we don't trust it anymore, and then boom, it goes all the way back. And so this short trend never existed. It was just a violent expansion of the T2 of support level of the same long trend. It's not a balance, of course, because they're not leveled. It's like 1 2 1 2. That's not how balance is. Like it's balanced here. Once it closed bullish here, it's a balance now. Not for long though. Then it breaks below. Um, let's continue though. So there's nothing for us here. Didn't give us an entry. So yeah, you see like this volume, I don't want to like go to 1 minute, but I'm pretty positive it can be even lower. And you can see that's like just hysterical. It's like the reaction of the market. It's fear and loathing in Las Vegas. It's just panic. So it's not indicative of that. It doesn't reflect the group dynamics of the market participant. They're like habit patterns of the mind. It's just like panic. And this again, like technically, oh, look at this. There was no levels though. Oh, but after, yeah, we could have. Well, if to be like super, I want to say anal, but I really should say specific. Just like to, like, I told you, like I told you even today that like my mouth would take me places and not always the best places in my life. So I should really watch my mouth. I don't want. I want to be in good standing with TradingView and YouTube. I don't care that much about Twitch. I don't even look there. I kind of like broadcast. Like I broadcast from TradingView um, to YouTube and Twitch, but I don't know Twitch, and I don't know. Like it's more for gaming. I understand. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, there was no volume. It was technically like an upthrust, like by a tick, but again, like it's you don't need to be so schematic. It would have worked. We can see, like we would have needed a test anyways, and it doesn't give us a test. It gives, but too late. It's already below here, so that would have been the entry point. And like in hindsight, we can see that it worked, but I wouldn't be able to identify it because there is no volume increased on the upthrust. Yeah, it's just like gibberish. It's just gibberish. And then it goes next thing we know. Uh, and by the way, Casey, I was totally teasing you when I told you to take a break. I mean, like, send me your stocks. I'll continue, brother, looking at them day and night. Uh, for you, for us, for the entire community. Like, I'm learning from that. Everyone benefits. So, never mind. I'm doing my Crypto Friday. Send me your stocks. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, this is called like one bar reversal. So technically, it's also an upthrust. Look, and it's like beautiful with all this volume, like the biggest volume of this like trend. But it needs a test because it's counter trend. Yeah, it's aggressive. So it's a trend. No, it's counter trend now because like once it's here, we know it's not. Oh, never mind. It's not a balance. So we would have needed this like closed upthrust, and then we could have played up to point 0.5, which it already reached its potential. So next stop is here. And here we don't need a closed spring. So first interaction with this support level of this long impulse, we can play it and it's okay. I mean, it's violent on daily, like, and we see it. Like, we don't like it on daily, but I mean, uh, for a quick for a day trade quickie, it's okay. It comes here from the level with the beautiful volume, goes here, goes below, breaks it like it now was there. Next stop is here. Oh, hold on. After this is transitory extreme, but yeah, never mind. It's just all the same. Yeah, no. You see how inferior time frame saves you from like losing money? Uh, Nothing. It just goes. But nothing compares. And after it closes up thrust, we are officially in a balance finally. And never mind these day levels because they are this at these levels. So the market is just freaking out. And like as a rule of thumb, also stay away from market like this. Like there is a lot of beautiful market. Why would you, unless you're locked in the sell and like the only access you have is to Bitcoin perpetual futures and you need to squeeze, you need to make your living out of this single instrument. So you don't have no choice but to trade it. But market is so abundant. Just if you don't like what you see, just go. Just go and see the other stocks. Here again, like it just goes. Yeah, it just goes bananas. Like 10 pound of bananas. That's an actual line from a theater show that I've done recently. Was one of the character lines. You sound bananas. Like 10 pounds of bananas. And here, once again, like never mind. Oh no, this day level. So now, again, you can call it. Now it's at T2 level. It's support level of this daily range. So you can play on. Yeah, but yeah, you cannot do a day trade because like you can't play 5 minute based of daily level, right? You need to wait for the hourly levels to form because you can only do day trade out of the hourly levels, not daily or monthly. You cannot jump over time frames, in other words, right? You need to obey the subordination of it. And it's also bananas because, like, when it comes to local extremum, it's already at the higher level of resistance. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, like, market doesn't make no sense here. And it's like, okay, market, like, you decide what you want to do, and I'll be here for you when you're ready to give me some money, But as long as you want to just like to destroy deposits and margin calls and stop losses, all of that, you do your thing. I'll hang around. I'll be nearby. I'll be keeping an eye. You know what I mean? Um, this is like no man's land. And day trading is only good, and it's not good in the still water, uh, but it's not good in a storm. Exactly like sailing, I guess. I never sailed, but I'd guess it's like similar principle. It's not a good idea to be out there in a storm like this, but it is boring and flat. There's not much you can do either. But yeah, here it's something. Let me think. Like, it still holds this level. Yeah, so we can play it all the way till the 7th of March, because like on the 6th March it closed and we had to discontinue this level and we had to move this long trend level, because by no means it's a balance. It's not like one. Well, I don't know. Technically, you can call it a balance, but that's a perversion. Like, I don't think. Like, if you call it a balance, you should seek counseling. That's what I think. And I don't think it's bad, so I don't mean it in any derogatory meaning. But I'm just saying you should talk to someone if you see this as a balance, like 1 2 1 2. Technically, it is, but practically. Um, practically it's not. I would be alarmed if you came to me and said, like, "Hey, Misha, this is a balance." I was like, "Okay, never mind." I wouldn't argue with you even. You see what I'm saying? Gosh, I feel like a terrible person. I think I am. Uh, Maybe it's a cultural thing, right? Uh, Maybe it's my heritage. Okay, so yeah, like, I don't think daily like helps or distract us at this point, because it's kind of uh, we're looking. Hold on, let me. Not till it's discontinued. So yeah, here I would seek a transitory extremum here again. So like even here. So yeah, I could have. Yeah, so I could have looked at it short here. 6 March 04. 6 March 04. 6 March 04. Okay. Yeah, here, but nothing. Yeah, it doesn't offer us nothing here. Boom, 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 boom. This is not a signal. Whoa, 3 6. Whoa, this is cool. Yeah, so that's nothing that market offers us here. And then yeah, we assume it's in a long um, impulse once again. So next time we can take a look at it. It's here. This is a good spot. I wouldn't like use this like to put my T2 here, even though technically like one could. But once again, I would send them to Consular with the balance guys all together as a group for a group discount. Uh, Interesting. It shows like, wait, six. It's a different episode. 22 9, 29 and 5. Yeah, so technically, but that was not the place. That was not the place. Yeah, no, no, I'm hallucinating. Well, speaking of which, uh, There was technically level, and it held. Like, tell me it's not a magic. This level was here and it held. So if this level was here, he could have played, but nothing here. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Technically, it was. Yeah, I touched it by hair and then went down, and then this closed above. This is the biggest volume. Doesn't go. Um, yeah. Tell me that's an entrance point. That's why you need to be like the profitable trader is the regular trader, just concentrated, focused one, organized. That's the difference. Like unless like until you grow into like big institutional money, the only thing that defines your failure or success is how focused you are and disciplined. That's all it is. It's like sports. Uh, lines for acting, bro. I just do old school way. I'll just write out everything in the forms of continuous monologue. I'll just like take my script, write out all the lines. Actually, like one, I'm acting as a stage manager this time for. Hey, why don't I receive? Oh, interesting. I'm not focused, but I'm so. Um. So someone of the fellow actors just shared in our group chat there is a app called uh, I never tried it, but I see a lot of good response in our chat. It's like 10 talents, uh, and me, so 11. Because this time I'm crew. I'm stage manager, and the first time I'm doing stage manager for my group theater. But gosh, what was the name? And I don't know why didn't I receive notification in regards. I never put it in focus. I think it was like Rehearsal Pro or something. Yeah, Rehearsal Pro. That's the app. You can go explore it. I believe it has a free version because it's in our chat, and actors are cheap, and I don't mean it in any derogatory way. And I'm an actor. I'm cheap too. But yeah, that's an app I'm planning to explore. But normally I just write everything out in the forms of continuous monologue and just remember it as a monologue, and then I'll start working with my scene partner on Zoom or in person, and yeah, and then polish my starts and stops, and I don't go into any character development or script analysis not before I buried my lines. I studied acting in Sanford Meisner Center here in Burbank. I started Stanislavski system, Sistema Stanislavskого back home, and then uh, I feel, oh gosh, I say and I think that my alma mater is Sanford Meisner, and they taught us to remember our lines in forms of continuous monologue with no character development or descriptive text analysis, scene analysis. Just get it out of the way first so it's in with you and you're not worried about it, and then start exploring. So yeah. So I do it firsthand. Even before I go into blocking, I'm already off book, even though like the off book time is normally like couple of weeks or months or 2 months if it's like Shakespeare and it's like heavy into rehearsal process. But I do my best to be off book, like for the table read actually. So that's my mantra. That's the discipline I was raised in, and I like it. I love it. Because bro, if you're struggling with your lines, you're not really enjoying. And I mean, if you're not enjoying, how people will enjoy you if you're not enjoying yourself? So that's my thinking. So I think that's an entry point here, because Even though on daily context is not favorable, like months is great, daily is weird, but it didn't close. It's like six. Yeah, technically we're no. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be able to identify it because still it's in the selling zone. Uh, it's still here, this line, so I'm still like thinking bearish. However, the transitory extreme was here. It broke so like well above. All the volume is bullish, and then this breaks. This gives us not the biggest volume. It's a big volume, but not the biggest. And then it respects in point 0.5 correction. It respects this level. This volume is not good. Well, check, and it's a quickie. Like what I like about it, it's a quickie. And it's just like, yeah, like boom, quick and easy. Then you put yourself on the right side of the market, it just shows immediately. Um, but yeah, like bro, the continuous monologue is my best advice. 66448, so it's gonna be like 66447, 66447. No, right? No. 664408, 666407. Like 10 ticks, I'll get, like it's no 664408, 664407. Maybe six. It's like just that's like too tight. Uh, but yeah, regardless, it's like yeah, it's a 5 minute deal. It's right here. It's right here. And I think it's not bad. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal because I don't like this volume is above us, but that happens. It's okay. And it goes, it's independent approach. It's a transitory extremum. It going kind of goes deeper. Okay, so no problem, man. Yeah, of course, bro. I mean, it's like it's all about like you know what I like about trading and acting, investing and acting, because they're like very similar. They are the most positive, nice people, like good minded and ready to help and pay it forward you'll meet in your life will be in acting and trading. I never ever in my life met a successful trader who would have a negative attitude, who would be closed minded and kind of not willing to share his gifts with the community. Like you won't believe, but all the successful people I met in both areas are all the same types. Like in psychotype, I think like there is no closer psychotype I saw in my life as in acting and trading. And by whatever weird twist of the life, I'm doing both. And you know what? While I was speaking, I hallucinated. That's not a level because it broke. It corrected, and then one bar rule. I would be able to identify it because it broke. It started breaking it. Like if it breaks it above in one level, I don't even register that. So I wouldn't be able to register this level at all. So no, even though in 5 minutes it looks great and it worked out, but in real life, I would have put it here for beginning. But once this bar closed above, it's like one bar rule. If the counter trend level is broken by the first bar, manipulated by the first bar, and then reaction bar closes above. Never mind it. This is legit though. Oh, bro, I need to study them because, like, the school of trading I'm coming from kind of like digs its knowledge from original Richard Wyckoff or Wyckoff. I mean, I've heard people from all around the world name it either way, like Wyckoff, Wyckoff, but let's call him Wyckoff for the sake of this conversation. But yeah, like so, we kind of took volume spread analysis, the VSA school, and some like terminology from Wyckoff, and like, but Wyckoff also had like point and figure charts. I'm reading this. I read it like I don't know. I use it as an audiobook actually, and I listen to it in my car, and also I listen and repeat. So I use it both for my knowledge and like to train my accent. But the Ruben Villahermosa Chavez, like one of the Richard Wyckoff followers, and Richard Wyckoff is the guy who developed this point and figure chart, or at least who implemented the point and figure chart to measure. Oh, are you saying that's what you use for your take profits, like to define like how long the price will go? Is it what you're saying? Because yeah, like I was going to say that school of trading I'm in does not use points and figure charts, and Ruben says that he thinks that it's like a little outdated for computerized like world of trading we are our environment we are in operating in right now. Yes, your praise tag. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, my man. Yeah, yeah, that totally makes sense. So I didn't take out time to study it because once again, like I mean, maybe in like a couple years from now, I'll take time out and like study it more carefully. But we don't use it within like my school, so it's not like part of volume spread analysis, but it definitely was a part. So like Richard Wyckoff methodology was way more complex than just volume spread analysis. Volume spread analysis, wave analysis, bar analysis, but also like he used point and figure charts. How does like would you like suggest this? Like I wanna get like nitty gritty and like study. I listened like because it's mentioned in the book, and I've kind of like I never visualized that and like read about it on the paper so that to see the charts, but I understood the principle of how it works. And yeah, it's valid. It's a good system to define your target. You take profits. The only thing against it I've heard was from Ruben Villahermosa Chavez in his book saying that um, it's outdated. So like it was better, it was working better in the days when they worked from tape, you know. But ever since the computerization and now it's so like it's still the same. The like psychology of the market participants never changed. It's still the same. It's greed and fear, and it's kind of like it works the same way. But his take was the Rubens that points and chart more suitable for like the back in the daytime. And I cannot say nothing about it because I never tried it on. But yeah, thank you for sharing it. I appreciate you, Casey. It's really valuable for me that you're open. Um, I'm more so like working, communicating, and being around information. Like, and that's also the beauty about acting. There is like markets where where information is diminishes its value while being shared, and the more exclusive information is. And there is like I know a lot of industries and areas of business where kind of information diminishes its value as it's been shared. And I like trading, the world of trading and acting, because it's all the way around. There's like two different types of information: exclusive information that again diminishes its value as it's been shared, and there is vice versa. There is like markets, industries, and spheres of life where information appreciates, accumulates its values that's been shared. um, the more people take my trades, the happier I am. The more people use my system. I mean, again, within the reason, but it's impossible. The reason, like, the system is kind of complicated, and I mean, it takes a brain to like crack it and to understand it, and time and effort and everything. So, like, I've heard opinions that like if everyone start trade your system, then it will stop working. Well, theoretically, yeah, you're right, but realistically, BS. It will never happen. It will never ever happen. um, and market psychology. Once you understand it, and like once you can depict it on your graph, on your chart, you're good. And the more retailers, the more people will understand it, the better it is for me, the more logical is the market. But yeah, thank you for sharing. I'll take like a weekend off sometime to study, even if I won't implement it in my life. I explained you might take profits. I do like 1 to 2 by default, and if like market on superior time frames provide me any better opportunity to like hold it for longer, I will. Because once again, the principle of the market is cut your losses, mm, let your profit flow. But yeah, I think point and figure is one of the good methods. So if you're open to it, like I'd assume that your stop losses you just uh figure out based of your take profit, right? So you don't worry about your stop losses that much. You just like approximately make it 1 to 2. So like you define your take profit and then half of it you take as your stop loss down. That's what I'll assume you'll do. Yeah, this closes here. Now it's kind of here. And it's not a balance. We need a closed manipulation signal. And here, gosh, I'm such a chattering box. It did give us no entry points here. It just violently went down. Beautiful volume, but I mean, there is no level here. And it, oh, hold on, let me check some. Yeah, here it changed the directionality. Yes, yes, yes. Market does it like it just teases you, me in this specific case. So it was not like that. It was more like this, but regardless, ever since it went, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So my big suggestion for you would be to like, um, I cannot again comment. I don't have any expertise on point and figure charts, so I cannot comment on your like take profit preference. But I would definitely suggest you to start thinking. You don't need to change anything fast, but like start thinking about stop losses and like the whole idea of stop loss. Like, and the whole idea of stop loss. Say this is an entry point here regardless, like it does make no sense, but like I see this volume, like it's a great volume. I see like wow, wow, like I assume that like someone was selling here and then buyers came in and bought out all this volume, and so now I'm building protection in the like say it was a spring and then there was test and there was a I assume this level was like here, there was some like 5 minute level here, and I see like a beautiful point in the hourly and say it's a daily too because this like long tails are always alarming. So I see the spring coming in because of the volume. I want to see it tested. It tests. I see weakness on the test. It resumes. So once this bar closes bullish, I was like, okay, I'm gonna enter and say like I use the point and target, point and figure method to define my take profit. It like takes me here, whatever, and then I need to choose my stop loss. The stop losses mean the whole idea of stop loss is to protect my position. And how do I protect my position? I hide it behind the level of where I anticipate the smart money, the big money, the professional traders put their stop losses. And so here was this like short motion, and then someone just bought it out at this hourly level and say with this big tail, like I want to see daily level, daily support level here too, or if not like not monthly, but hourly and daily supports are here. My 5 minute support is here. So it goes, it violently drops, and just someone buys it out. I don't want to go to 1 minute to show that like most likely most of this huge volume, the biggest volume of the short trend, short wave is say in this tail, in this bullish tail, but I assume it is because normally it will be. So I see that this is like the biggest, extraordinarily biggest volume of this entire bearish move. So where do I want to put my stop? I want to put it behind, below. If it was the opposite situation, the short situation, um, then I would have put it above. So I want to hide my stop. I like take 10 ticks on like Bitcoin futures. Like on American stock, I'll just visually take it. I want it to be behind because I'd assume, you see, it will go there and these people will protect their stuff. They'll buy out the market makers, not the market makers in terms of like limit or market order, but the people who move the markets, like big traders, like in the Turtle Way. He has a story where the young trader was trying to explain the old experienced big trader how market moves based on technical analysis. And then like when the younger trader thought the market will go up, he just picked up the phone and put the order to sell. It was a commodity, and he sold like a whole bunch of commodity, and the market just violently dropped down, and he taught him a lesson. So like all these guys, I assume, have their interest here. So I'll put my stop, and then I'll see like, so based on your methodology, like you can go like normally I would say that anything less than, if my point and figure charts will not allow me to put my take profit into 1 to 2 or something on the chart would concern me. Like I wouldn't just not take this trade. The story, it's like Turtle Way. It's a beautiful read. It's a beautiful book. Another example of how trader was sharing his knowledge and paying it forward. You know, the trader who figured out how markets move, and he kind of taught like a whole bunch of people how to do that as well. So yeah, so like in this case, I would have like, but like I invite you to start thinking about your stop losses, because it's very important. When like I put my stop loss like here, it's in the middle of nowhere. Like nothing prevents market from going here, just like kissing my stop loss, taking my risk, like one risk unit, whatever I defined as my risk unit, and going higher like I did here. If I put it here or anywhere, say if my point in the figure chart would only allow me to go here. So based of this, I was like, okay, I can only allow myself this kind of stop too. So it totally makes sense to put your take profit depending on how big your stop is. But like with stop loss, it's something. So take profit is more like an artistry, like it's almost like an art. You are so, there's so many ways to put your like take profit. You can put it in this example, I don't know, to this level, to this level, to monthly level, wherever the heck you want. You know, it's just the oops. Uh, it just like whatever you want to do. But with stop loss, there is like a specific. There is no point to put my stop loss here, because just it ups my profit because of how big my R is, my risk is. But it absolutely makes no sense to put it anywhere here. Like I need, like there is only one place here really, like on this specific example, where it makes sense to put it is below this buying tail, because that's where the sellers met the demand, the supply met the demand. That's where the demand was provided to the supply, and that's like in my assumption where these strong buyers will protect it again and again. That's what happened. It goes here, boom, it protects. So this is like um this level was protected twice, and it doesn't matter what happened like later, because once again we are just like in the middle of nowhere. But it's just like the whole idea. So when you put your stop, no matter where your entry point is, no matter where you take profit is, like in this episode of the market, anywhere sensibly below the low of this bar, below the low of this tail, is where I press. So this is a mountain. If you see it in reverse, this is a mountain. And like I hide my stop behind the mountain. If it was here, like an upthrust here, I would put it above. So this is a mountain of volume, interest, like money, because people who do things like that, they don't want to lose their mind. They never lose their money. So they have like a stack of cash sitting, waiting to protect their position again and again and again. So every time price will go here, they'll pick it up. First of all, they'll make more money. They don't want to buy additional. They want to build up additional position here, here, or anywhere above. But here again, at this level that they defined as an interesting level, as an oversold condition of the market, they'll buy it again and again and again. And if they fail to protect their position, and if they lose interest in the market, or maybe if they took profit already, if they're gone from here, there is nothing that will protect me. Like I mean, we can like hallucinate on this like hourly level there, but it's like all non-existent. So this is my protection. So thank you, Casey. Thank you. Now you relieved me. Now I can go for the weekend, because I was worried about your stop losses. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was like, damn, I wanna like, I wanna have this conversation. But now, yeah, I'm sorry. I know that like it may be like sometimes get lost in translation in my accent and stuff. So like, ask me if you have any questions. But bro, like that's the whole concept of stay. So it's better, in other words, Like if you don't have enough space but you really want to take this trade, yeah, I would say like don't take the trades that are like below 2R. But if say like we pursue your strategy, first you do your point and figure charts and you see, okay, that's the max I can go, that's like really like price is not going to go higher. And you see like, damn, I'm doing 0.8R is all I'm doing here. It's not really worth it. Less commission, like we don't have commission on American stocks, and I hope you don't either. I mean, it's like really like I wouldn't take this trade because I need 2 hours at least. But I'll tell you what, you better take this trade for like 0.8R, but put your stop where it belongs to. Don't put your stop like to 1 to 2 risk to reward just because it kind of like matches your take profiting strategy. You know what I mean? Just make less money, but you put your stop loss to where it is protected. And that's the whole idea of stop loss. You're protecting your position. So yeah, let me know if any of this like will need any further clarification. And I believe, like, I mean, as we grow together, you'll hear more and more about this from me. But yeah, man, now I feel better. I kid you not. I couldn't sleep. No, I'm kidding. I'm sleeping well, but I was like, every time I was seeing your position, I was like, damn, I want to fix this stop losses. So yeah, don't mind like, don't worry about like meeting your 2R. If it doesn't, and you like deadly want to take a trade, but just like make sure to put your stop loss to where it is protected. Stop loss is almost like a condom. Like a condom, like you don't want to like be bareback on the market, but dude, if you don't use it right, it makes no sense. It's even worse. You still have it, but it doesn't really protect you because you put it on your finger. I'm terrible. I think Trading View will ban me someday. Okay, I don't think there was anything for me here. Yeah, maybe here. Um, uh, and do back trading. Always do back trading. You really like you don't like you almost do not learn when you set your trades on the. Gosh, what's going on here? Yeah, of course, bro. I mean, anytime, anytime. And any other questions, like ask me. I'm really glad to share. This I'm really really grateful to you and like Ray and all the rest who joined for the opportunity to pay it forward. You know, no, there was not nothing for me here. And yeah, back trade is something that I strongly suggest. Like if you're into sport or acting, you know it from acting. So back trade is where you rehearse, is where you memorize your lines, is where you like get prepared. Failing to prepare, you prepare to fail. I've learned it from acting. It stands true for trading as well. If you come on set, if you show up on set, you don't know your lines, you don't know nothing. I mean, what are the chances that you'll do your like Oscar scene? More likely not than yes. And vice versa, if you come unprepared, just like don't kill your chances. And like back trading is the same thing for trading. If you don't back trade, I mean, life market is such a trickster. It's such like we are predators by our nature, and we get so emotionally involved into the market. So I mean, I don't see a single chance that you can really cold-bloodedly learn from hustling the market and setting up your trades life. You know what I mean? Um, I don't see. I just like you got to be like some kind of like super intellectual, cold-blooded, unemotional robot, I'd say. So back trade is the time when you can really like relax. And it did touch it by hair, so I can call it a test. Always back trade. And it's always good, like even with the stock, like you've chosen a stock, you see like an opportunity, and you're kind of hustling the stock, looking for your entry point. And if it's not like something that you need to make a decision on the spot about, but more like you see like something is cooking, go ahead and back trade it. Back trade it, and I mean, you'll get more prepared. Okay. Um, yeah, and now it's in transitory extremum for this one, and this is a counter trend, so we need this to be closed, and yeah, now we're kind of in this type of motion. Mm, okay. Okay. But let me know as the time goes. I'm curious how well they feel about this points and figure charts. Um, and maybe someday I'll ask you some questions. I'll study it because once again, I don't have any live person to get this knowledge from, because like it's not something that I've been taught. Um, but yeah, I'll try to pick it up from the books. It's not in the Rubens. Ruben via Hermosa Chavez doesn't explain the points and charts figure. He just mentions that. But there is, what's the other book on Wyckoff method I've read, and that was explaining. But I'm listening, like I'm not reading from the paper no more, man. I'm lazy. I'm just like listening as audiobook while I drive, so I don't look at it obviously, and I put it half a speed and I listen and I repeat simultaneously to pick up on American accent. And yeah, and like I realized like point and figure is something you need to like sit and watch. Okay, that's about it for back trades. For back trades, um, I was planning to do some crypto, but bro, I like your attitude. You're machina. You're like real machina. And I respect that. It's the only way to learn. You got to log your 10,000 hours. You need to work hard and to work smart. So you need to learn like legitimate things and like log in your hours, like just working on it. Yeah. And speaking of which, I'm all caught up on the Bitcoin back trade. But yeah, I'll take another like 10 cryptos over the course of the weekend, and I'll do another maybe crypto Saturday or maybe today later. I'll check out for my late lunch now. And it's what? It's almost 6 p.m. at where you play. Oh, you were like, I think you were at work, and now are you still here? Like, are you gone? Very still in at your work? But regardless, I'm going to bail out, and I see you when I see you. But yeah, I'll be streaming. I think I'll stream later today, and I'll be streaming my Saturday, Sundays open. I want to like catch up with all my crypto stuff and set up for the Monday. So I see you later, man. How do I switch this guy off? Okay.